In this video, we're going to talk about the third trend, which is trends in ionic size. So we're going to talk about cations first. So remember that cations form actually by losing electrons. They become positively charged because they lose an electron. And remember, a cation is going to form because it's going to lose the electron or electrons from its outermost energy level. So typically, cations are smaller than their atoms because they not only lose electrons, but they are going to lose that entire energy level that the outer shell electrons were in. And remember, metals are the ones that form cations typically. Now, anions, they gain electrons, okay? However, a lot of people are confused and think, oh, just because they gain electrons, that's why they're bigger. It's not necessarily that they gain electrons and they become larger because they have more energy levels. Remember that across the periodic table, we're going to have the same number of energy levels within that period. The anions become bigger than their atoms because now their nucleus not only has to distribute its pull over the number of electrons it typically has, but it has to sort of spread that pull over more electrons, and therefore it can't hold quite as tightly to all of them, and so it expands a little bit. And that's important to note. And remember that nonmetals are the ones that typically form anions. Now, if we look at a group trend, this is up and down, okay? Ions are going to get bigger as we go down the group. Just like atoms get bigger, the size gets bigger as you go down the group. Yes, they may have one less energy level than their atom. So lithium has one less energy level. A lithium ion has one less energy level than a lithium atom. But still, as we go down, we're going to have more and more energy levels, and they'll get bigger and bigger. Okay. Now, across the periodic table from left to right, the nuclear charge is going to increase. Okay. So again, the pull on the electrons is going to be stronger, so they're going to be smaller and smaller. Now, if we look, the first few, the cations that are formed in the metal, they're going to be a lot smaller, right? Because they're gaining or they're losing electrons, and therefore the nuclear charge is going to be stronger on less electrons. But then as we jump across into the area where we're going to start forming nonmetal anions, the ions actually are a little bit bigger, but still the general trend is they get smaller as they go to the right. The reason why the anions are bigger than these are because the number of electrons that the nucleus has to, distribute its pull across. Okay, so in your periodic table, or on your periodic table, I want you to put that the size of generally increases as we go down. So ionic size generally increases as we go down, just like atomic size does. But on the top here, note that the metals, we're going to have cation size decreasing, but also anion size decreasing.